job, and even in writing assignments, and even in our relationship with others. تعاملنا مع الأساتذة، تعاملنا مع البعض. هذه كلها فيها حقوق وآداب لا بد أن نراعيها ونقول نستوفي الحقوق. طيب، فالأول، المقصد الأول هو الحق، والمقصد الثاني هو إيصال هذا الحق, to deliver this حق that we have learned. أنا أقول الخطاب، أو في القرآن يقول قول الحق، يقول الحق. If you do search, you have Quran, you have mushaf in your devices, and you have like mushaf. Sometimes the apps you can search any word in the Quran. How many verses are related, or you will find the occurrence of kalimah al-haq in the Quran? كم عدد كلمات أو نقول كم مرة وردت كلمة الحق في القرآن الكريم? If you do quick research, if you have any Quranic apps, or berapa banyak? So some more than 100. Okay, let's say, give us some examples of kalimatul haq. ولا تلبسوا الحق بالباطل. So there we know that there is haq, there is batil. Okay, so don't confuse haq and batil, and don't confuse others in arriving at al-haq and al-batil. So if we don't really pay attention to the path of arriving at al-haq, one may fall into confusing others. الذي لم يتقن ولم يتأدب في معرفة الحق ربما يقع في إلباس الحق بالباطل، ربما يوصل إلى الآخرين المعرفة التي تشوبها الشبهات، فيلتبس الحق مع الباطل في تلك المعرفة. طيب، هل هناك آيات أخرى؟ الحق من ربك. So we believe in Islam that al-haq is not only a product of our rightful thinking. Even though if we say we use like the best method of thinking, al-haq is not is only a product of our thinking, but al-haq also coming from Allah. So there is this reality that we want to arrive and achieve this reality. What is other verses? Another verses on yeah. Al-haq wa zahaq al-batil. So this al-haq is not something that is always there, individually. So it can be clear to some people, and some people he has to find, to search for the haq. So it's not that you were born in a family, you were born a son of a professor, you were born a son of ulama, that already al-haq is with you. There is a requirement to search to find haq, that is called talabul ilm. So you find that there are many haqs, and one of the interesting ayat that we can contemplate together is the ayat sanurihim ayatina. Sanurihim in surah, which surah? This is a very important ayat, especially for students of Ma'arif al-Wahi. Sanurihim ayatina in Fussilat, ayatina fil afaqi wa fi anfusihim hatta yatabayyana annahu al-haq. So we will show them our signs. So in their afaq, in the horizons, in the farthest dimensions of things. So if you read history, there are horizons in history. Ada dimensions dalam history. So any dimension you go deeper, you may find the sign of Allah there. You learn the past, you may find the sign of Allah in the past. You learn some countries, you may find the sign of Allah in something. That is history. Maybe horizons in the social condition or sociology. You go and learn aspects of society, you find signs of Allah in the aspects of society. You go for the horizons of the nature, the kingdom of animals, so there are signs of Allah in all of the horizons. It is, upon the person to recognize and to find the sign of Allah in all the horizons, and also within yourself, your psyche, your intellectuality. if you ponder through your own way of thinking, why do I think like this? Why do people think like this? You ponder on the principle of thinking, the philosophy, you find the signs of Allah there. Hatta yatabayyana annahu, that is also coming from Allah al-haq. You go through the Quran, you find the guidance and the clarification of all these signs. It's like when you have painting, ada painting. So if you been to a gallery? Semua pernah pergi gallery? With a gallery, sometimes you find painting, and then what is there besides the painting? Malladhi tajiduhu, yani qurba al-rasam, artist apa? Dia punya apa? Description of painting. So the painting, we cannot understand sometimes what is meant by the painting unless when you read the description. But if the description is there without the painting, can you also understand the description? No. So this is a simple analogy that I use to show that there are ayats like description. There are ayats in the bigger painting. Okay, so this universe, whatever is happening, the phenomena of life, everyday situations, everyday instances, whatever conversation you have, so the whole universe, the whole alam is like a painting, but we will not understand what is meant by this painting unless you read the description. You read the Quran, you learn the Quran, learn the hadith, and whatever that is derived from the Quran and hadith, from all the sciences derived from Quran and hadith that we call ma'arif al-wahi, we read and we understand ma'arif al-wahi, then we can understand the reality and our life and our universe and so on and so forth. Okay, so now our path to be trained in the sciences of Quran and hadith. Okay, so that is our way. First, okay, kata doktor, apa ni? Banyak sangat mukadimah ni kan. There's a very long mukadimah. It's like philosophy. It's not philosophy. I'm reading ayat of Quran to bring you to have the right vision, right tasawwur. Okay, so that what we are doing is not simply submitting assignment. It's not simply doing things and just AI can do this for me. Yes, AI can do that for you, but will you gain the aims and the objectives that we have listed, we have explained for? That is the reason or the purpose of creation. Why you are created and why you are being here, in order to recognize all these sciences. Okay, to produce an assignment, to produce a research, to produce a book, it can be done by any of the machines now. So why do we learn how to do assignment? Because AI can do that for us. So just for the sake of producing books, producing research, producing articles, producing like experiments, no machines can replace human being. But there is a reason why a human being is created, and there is a purpose for the creation, the existence of human being, that we can only understand that from the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay, so that is why I bring you to the maqasid first. So this, even though it looks like a university task, it's like a course work, but it is part of your existence. It is part of your being here in this world. So someone can submit assignment and the result is getting marks and fulfilling the requirement of the subject. That is only the result that he gained or he obtained. The other person submit assignment and he gained knowledge, he obtained knowledge, he obtained ilm, wisdom, and he is elevated in the ranks in the hereafter. Okay, elevated in terms of his paradise. Okay, ditingkatkan darjatnya, gain pahala because of the intention. That is why innamal a'malu binniyat. So niat does say I doing this for Allah, but you are not internalizing what is meant by doing for the sake of Allah. It's not that submit niat kerana Allah, but there is no connection between niat kerana Allah dengan your life. So if you put assignment as part of the bigger aim of life, then inshallah you gain the wisdom, you gain ilm, you gain also the elevation in the akhirah. Okay, ditingkatkan darjat, ترفع الدرجات في الآخرة، فلا يعني لا تكون هذه الأوقات يعني مضيعة، أو نقول the time that you spend in the university days are not wasted. Okay? Even though if, like say, there are things sometimes happening in life, the shahada doesn't help you, the ijazah doesn't help you in securing any job, any career, but the whole journey of learning is not wasted. It's never been wasted from this perspective, because this journey is not just for the sake of any worldly aim or worldly objective, but also, in addition to that, you are doing it for the sake of understanding the purpose of creation, arriving at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so we talk about this maqasid, before we go to the mawdu' al-bahth. Okay. So usually في الغالب هل الموضوع الذي تكتب فيه هل يطلب من قبل المحاضر أو أنتم تبحثون عن هذا الموضوع؟ أنتم بحثتم عن هذا الموضوع. هذا يعني الموضوعات غالبا البحث، يعني هذا assignment، يعني غالبا في كل مادة سنقدم أو سنسلم البحث، يعني البحث القصير تقريبا. فموضوعات هذا البحث يعني هل جاءت من قبلكم أو من قبل الأستاذ؟ عيان أستاذ تعرف. فهذا يختلف من أستاذ إلى أستاذ. بعض الأساتذة قال ابحثوا عن موضوعات، فأنتم تكتبون عن موضوعات بشرط أن تكون الموضوعات متعلقة بالمادة. وهناك أستاذ ما قال أنا سأعطي الموضوعات كل واحد أعين له الموضوع. وهناك طريقة أيضا أنا أستخدم هذه الطريقة في الغالب، أختار أو أنا أضع بعض الموضوعات، فالطلبة هم يختارون من بين هذه الموضوعات. يعني مثلا هو يحب الموضوع الأول أو الموضوع الثاني فيسجل في هذه الموضوعات في تيمز أو ما إلى ذلك. طيب، المهم أن موضوع البحث غالبا يتعلق بشيء بهدفين. So we can say there are two intentions behind a certain topic. Okay. First, sometimes it is only to train the student to work on assignment. So to train. So it is not really doing what we call real research, okay? Real searching, because the subject is already there, the content is already known. Okay? So the lecturers also, the lecturer, he knows already the result of the research or the result of the assignment. So he is not looking forward to the result of your assignment. It is just to train you to do assignment. Okay, so that is one of the reason why we ask for assignment. Second is really to find a certain new knowledge or new information concerning a certain topic. So that will be different. You have to see what is the reason behind it. Sometimes it is only like اكتب عن الإمام الشافعي وكتابه الرسالة. So we know from the title that this is already known. There are many هناك مراجع كثيرة عن ترجمة الشافعي, the biography of الشافعي. There are many references, and we don't need to write a new biography. Okay. And also there are many references elaborating the book of Shafi'i al-Risalah. So we know from the title that this is only to train you to do assignment, not really to find the new information, new knowledge, unless sometimes the student came from a very unique background and he is exposed to a higher level discussion and he can bring something new to the topic. But from just looking at the topic, we know that this is only meant for the student to learn how to write assignments. Okay. فإن كان البحث من قبل الطالب, okay, if the title is for you to search for the title, how are you going to do searching for the title? How do you do it? Just share with me. And especially if you are not really active this morning, still not energetic. Okay, just speak, say something. Yani, how do you search for the topic? كيف تبحثون عن الموضوع؟ Ilham. Bukan wahyu lah, wahyu jadi nabi. Ilham, we'll wait for the ilham. What I want to do? Okay. What else? And then what are other methods? These are like, we can say, implemented. It's practiced by people. Okay, inspiration, ilham. What else? Template. What do you mean by template?
Previous bahas.
Okay, previous. Do you look at previous bahas? Yeah, you look at previous. What else? ChatGPT now. You ask ChatGPT. I want to write something related to the subject of this. Propose to me any topic that I can write on it. Yeah. Okay. What else? هل هناك طريق آخر أنتم طبقتموه في البحث عن الموضوع؟ From related books. Sometimes you look at the books, and for you maybe you have finished the book, and then you said, oh, I remember that there is a question in my mind that can be explored during the assignment or during the preparation of the research. Hey, sometimes through the references. You read a book, you read an article, you find the references. تقرؤون المراجع تجدون المراجع. هناك أشياء، هناك موضوعات جميلة مهمة. المهم أن كيف ننمي في نفوسنا حب الموضوع. How do we make a topic interesting? That is a more challenging question. السؤال الذي فيه تحدي أكبر. How do we make? كيف نحول الموضوع إلى شيء نحبه ونريد أن نقضي أوقاتنا في هذا الموضوع. Kerja reda je lah dari ini yang dapat. Buat je lah. فبعض الناس أن إذا سألناه لماذا أنت تخصصت في هذا اخترت هذا التخصص؟ لأني ملأت الاستمارة ولم يعطوني تخصصات أخرى. سمعنا وأطعنا هكذا. طيب، لا إشكال. يعني أحيانا الناس هكذا يبدأ في حياته أحيانا. يعني بدون أي mail. There is no inclination, no interest, but gradually with time he started to see the interesting part of everything. So, like I said, when you go deeper and you make effort to really go into something, sometimes at the end you'll find the sign of Allah there. Nurim ayatina fil afaq, fi everything. So, soal minat tak minat ni kadang-kadang relatif. Awal ni tak minat, tapi the moment you see the connection between him and Allah through that path, through that task, then minat tu akan timbul. But seeing it sometimes dia tak sedar. With knowledge dia sedar, nampak ada connection. Kenapa dia minat something? Sebab Allah dah bawa dia untuk minat perkara tu. Tapi dia tak sedar hal tu. So minat ni kadang-kadang sangat relatif dan sangat tak boleh dicari lah pada saya pada peringkat awal-awal ni. Dia tak minat, tiba-tiba minat. Minat, tiba-tiba tak minat, tu berlaku banyak kali dah saya tengok. Of my life and with going through the life of supervisees, the life of students yang dulu tak minat ni tiba-tiba dah jadi pakar dalam bidang tu pula. Okay. So saya agak kurang percaya pada soal minat. Sedangkan makanan pun boleh berubah minat kan. So al-ba'd la yuhibbu al-at'imah allati masalan ja'at min Korea مثلا. بعض الناس لا يجدوا لذة في الأطعمة التي جاءت من كوريا. Tak suka dia. Apa dia buat? Kobe tu. Kimchi. Kimchi. Ramen tak boleh masuk. Lainnya saya tak sama dengan budu sampai kacang. Lakin بعد مدة صار يحبها. selepas beberapa tempoh هو يحب هذه الأطعمة تتغير هكذا. طيب هي ليست يعني هكذا نقول fix, it's not fix. طيب فأقول كيف نحاول، إما أن نحاول أن نبحث عن موضوع يعني علاقة هذا الموضوع مع الحياة أو علاقة هذا الموضوع مع النقاشات الموجودة في الساحة. طيب مثلا أحيانا لما أعطينا موضوع لا نعرف شيئا عن هذا الموضوع، لكن عندما بدأنا نبحث عن هذا الموضوع ونبحث عن التبادل بين الأساتذة أو الحوارات بين الناس في الساحة. Okay, so we look at perhaps social media or in conferences or in proceedings of conferences, we find that people are discussing and debating this subject. Sometimes say, oh, I need to know, I need to understand, I need to solve this problem. Then you start to build the interest in that topic. So it's not like something that we can say wahyu lah, macam sebut tadi. It's not just something that you just wait and or try to think, minta Allah supaya aku minat topik ni. Okay. Ya Allah, make me happy and make me have interest in this topic. But you have to participate in the process. Okay. This is a part of the lesson of life. Anything that we ask from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, we ask from religion, we have to participate in the process. That is very, very important. Okay. Nak apa? Nak bebaskan negara ke apa? You have to participate. It's not just by sitting down and say, oh, please make it happen. We have to participate in order to be like, oh, doctor, I cannot master Arabic. لا أريد لا أستطيع أن أتحدث بالعربية. أنا ضعيف في اللغة العربية. هكذا. لا أجد وقتا للتحدث بالعربية، أو أنا ضعيف منذ المدرسة الابتدائية. أنا ضعيف منذ إيش؟ روضة الأطفال. روضة الأطفال كنا kata bukan Roضة الفردوس. Tinggi dah, sesyid dah. روضة الأطفال كنا kata. أو أنا ضعيف منذ أن كنت في رحم أمي. Dalam rahim lagi saya dah lemah dah bahasa Arab gitu. لا أحيانا نحتاج يعني نشارك، لكن نعمل نسعى. نسعى. ولذلك نحن عندما طواف kan. طواف apa? Salah satu pada amalan min amali al-hajj. Al-hajj, ما معنى الحج لغة؟ Ya, al-hajj لغة. Itu ada device yang guna lah. Al-hajj لغة ايش؟ Kalau pakai al-ma'ani kan, biasa pakai al-ma'ani, biasa pakai al-bahis al-arabi, maqais al-lughah. Al-hajj lughatan al-qasdu kan. Saya dah sampai pukul berapa ni untuk bahas. Saya cakap kadang lupa, tak habis soal ni. Okay. Al-hajju al-qasdu. Okay. So if we have qasad, if we have aim, we have intention, so it is taught to us how to fulfill or how to achieve our aim through the hajj. First you do tawaf. Yeah. You do tawaf. You look from different angles and perspective. So if you want to, even now, if you want to do your assignment, first you have to go tawaf. Tawaf where? Bukan tawaf IUM. Kata, not tawaf mahallah. Not even tawaf around your katil or your bed. Just tawaf. So you from different perspective, different angle. Then I lie, look at the shilling. Then lie, look at right. And lie down, look at left. Then I change my position. That tawaf will not bring you to anywhere. هذا لا الطواف ايش؟ في المراجع. الطواف في المكتبات. الطواف عندها الأساتذة. ليس الطواف حول الأستاذ. And the ustaz boleh, I want to do tawaf around you today. And he said, Antum taj'alni hadha waliyyun min awliya'illah. That's a tawaf. Like a tawaf fi ma'arifihi. We ask him, we pose many questions from different perspectives, different questions. Okay, and on the ustaz, or go to the library, look from different perspectives, different angles, different sources, various sources. Okay, so we have the library as well. It's not sometimes just from our department, but at the library they have also courses in order to interact or to find references, in order to deal with many types and kinds of references. It's not only physical books. You have journals, you have proceedings, you have what? E-books, you have online journals, you have like academic platforms. So how do we have to familiarize ourselves with all the sources? So we have dah masuk dah bab ni, masadir and maraja'. Okay, so the first principle of masadir and maraja' is always to do tawaf. Then sometimes in doing tawaf, you even consider things which are from the worldly domain, or from the non-Muslims sometimes. Okay. Sebab kita ambil perspektif tu not only the perspective that we want, but whatever perspective that we have in the world. Tengok tawaf ni, the best part of yourself, kanan. Okay. Kiri tu dia pergi ke al-yasar ila Kaabah. Lakin al-yamin daiman yu'abbir al-aqwa. Okay, the best effort, yamin. Okay. So the yamin tu dia tengok semua hala, daripada kanan pusing rukun tu sampai patah balik. You do one tawaf. And then not only one tawaf, repeated cycle 7 times of tawaf. So sometimes we have to repeat going through sources, or repeat your reading of a certain book. Okay, repeat and give the best effort. And sometimes, if you remember the history of tawaf, why the male, limadha al-rijal hunaka ittiba' lil-rijal, dia buka tu al-ihram, libas al-ihram, fa nahnu naftah wa nuzhir al-katf al-ayman huna, naj'al al-izar tahta al-ibt kada. Okay, so we show that this part. Why? In tawaf, what is the reason for ittiba'? What is the story behind ittiba'? Because the Quraysh, the Mushrikeen in Makkah said that these people, Sahaba and the Prophet, went to Medina. Medina was known as the place of wabah. So said they will come very weak. They will be affected by the wabah of Medina, by the disease of Medina. Athara alayhim amrad aw wabah al-Madinah. Faqala Rasulullah nahnu nuzhiru lahum quwwatana. Okay. So that is not part of the original ibadah. Right? That's not part of original tawaf. That is to respond to the question or to the problem coming from the kuffar, coming from the mushrikeen. So sometimes when you do references, you find questions, you find reactions, you find refutations, rudud coming from non-Muslim, or questions from those who are in seeking for the truth. Questions from different angles and perspective. So you take that into consideration. So, so I need to log into live tu. Okay. Lama pula nak buat video ni. Link tu ada kat mana?
Ustaz boleh join guna kod.
Ada hantar kat saya?
Tak ada.
Hantar kat saya?
Hantar kat Ustaz. Okey, sekejap.
Okay. Let's just say before we log into Google Meet, and then those who are on Google Meet can join us. But it's better to come. We have the hands-on practice. So very sorry for the first part, bahasa we have a bit of practice in the little bit part. Okay. So now I have spoken of different sources, going through different various references, various ustaz, various perspectives, sometimes even from friends or seniors, just to have an idea, okay, to give an idea. So we cannot that okay, just go to 1, 2, 3 and then we feel okay, that's okay. Okay. What are the databases that can help us in terms of Arabic references? Okay, so dia telah cakap kan, kena tawaf. Okay, one of the tempat yang kita pergi tawaf ni kat mana? Okay, Maktabah Syamilah. Okay. But in order for us to consult Maktabah Syamilah, we have to be very careful. Now, Maktabah Syamilah has different versions, okay, different various editions. Okay, I'm not sure which one that you are referring to. Yang the latest one yang mana? Saya dah tak ikuti dah Maktabah Syamilah. Maktabah Syamilah latest one? Telegram. Okay. For Maktabah Syamilah, I think you have different editions, various editions, versions of Maktabah Syamilah kan. This is the Syamilah 4.0. I'm not sure if there is another latest Syamilah, but I think the latest that I have is 4.0 and the original Syamilah lah. Saya punya tu Syamilah yang lama. Okay. This is Maktabah Syamilah, the old one. Are you using this one or no? Online Syamilah. Okay. They are like apa Ijabiyat wa Salbiyat di Islam Syamilah Al-Raqmiyah التي على النت online Syamilah. Because sometimes, most of the time, the paging number is not as the printed books. الترتيب لا يوافق المطبوع. لذلك إذا استخدمنا الشاملة أحيانا في التنسيقات وفي الترقيم نحن لا نستطيع أن نحول إلى الموضع الصحيح أو نشير إلى الموضع الصحيح. لذلك أحيانا إذا استخدمتم الشاملة if you place in the footnote kitab Ar-Risalah, for instance, Maktabah Syamilah, the lecturer will not count this as research. This is just a search of copy and paste. Okay. So don't do that. If you want to refer to online Syamilah, you have to find the exact place in the physical book or in the PDF. Find the exact place of your citation in the physical book. You have the physical book, maybe like you say, I have kitab, for instance, kitab Al-Iqna', for instance. Then I couldn't find the exact word that I'm looking for. أنا أبحث عن هذا المكان أو هذه العبارة لم أجد هذه العبارة، فاستخدمت الشاملة حتى تسهلني للوصول، تساعدني للوصول إلى العبارة في أي مكان، في أي باب، في أي صفحة. بعد ذلك أرجع إلى الكتاب المطبوع وأخذه من الكتاب المطبوع. كذلك الأرقام، رقم الجزء ورقم الصفحة هي أرقام صحيحة. وإلا صارت لا نستطيع أن نتأكد من صحة هذه العبارات. ثم الأمر الآخر، أحيانا النسخ الرقمية، the digital copies, not the PDF, the digital like manipulated copies, رقمية yang نسخة itu أحيانا تطرأ عليه التحريفات والتغييرات. Okay, so sometimes we have corruptions or errors or like they key in the information wrongly, so we have a different version of the kitab. So that is why we are still in need of the physical kitab at the moment. Okay, still the standard of the academic work at the moment is still referring to the physical or the copy of the physical in the form of non-manipulated or the PDF, okay, non-editable book. Otherwise, the Raqmiyah can be. So, if you use something like this, Maktabah Syamilah, you just ignore the name of the Maktabah. So, if you look at the name of Maktabah, it's Maktabah Husainiyah Syamilah, because this is my own Maktabah, my Husainiyah. So, I arrange it myself. Let's say you want to look at what kitab do you want to refer to? هاتينا مثال للكتاب الذي نريد أن نبحث عنه. رياض الصالحين مثلا. tulis di sini. رياض الصالحين. So you have sometimes not the real Riyadhus Salihin, tapi ada tahqiq. So you keep looking. Tengok ada kat sini. Ini Dalilul Falihin. Anahu syarah atau Ta'liqul Latif. So Tatriz Riyadhus Salihin. So keep searching Dalilul Arifin until we find Riyadhus Salihin. This is syarah. So the apa tu? We put syarah. So this could be Riyadhus Salihin. This one, Riyadhus Salihin Tahqiq Al-Fahal, something like that. So we have Riyadhus Salihin, then you can just click and go to Riyadhus Salihin. But another thing is not by searching, just by بطريق المجلدات، البحث في المجلدات. مثلا هنا مجلد الحديث، مجلد علوم الحديث، مجلد. طيب هذه ليست موجودة في الشاملة العامة. لا أدري طريقة الترتيب في الشاملة العامة الآن كيف هي. هذا ترتيب من عندي، يعني أنا عملت إعادة. I arrange all the books in my شاملة. So that is why مكتبة حسينية. Let's say كتب الشروح الحديثية. شروح الكتب الستة، شروح صحيح البخاري. So in all the version of Shamila, sometimes you find this box in front of the name. So what is meant by this box? That it has a PDF within this Shamila. So whatever happened, أي شيء حصل للموقع الذي في الإنترنت، مثلا هذه الأيام موقع أركايف، هذا تم قرصنة موقع أركايف. This big hack or hijack. So we cannot access archive.com kan, the PDF libraries tu. So now we don't have the PDFs online. But if you have this Shabila, the PDFs are stored in your drive. Okay, so whatever happened on the internet, the PDF loss or whatever, you still have the PDFs in your storage. So this Shabila, you can, for instance, Fathul Bari, Ibn Rajab, click on this and you find the Shabila, and this icon is red in color, meaning that the PDF is stored in the storage, okay, in the drive. So if you go for any book, Kitabus Salah, then click on the PDF, you find the PDF of the same book, or if not, if it doesn't appear here, then you can click on the folder and it will bring you to the folder of the PDF. The folder is within your, or is inside your external drive. So it's like the whole library is with you in your external hard disk, or now you have the SSD kan, tak pakai external, anyone who use SSD. Okay. So external could be like a bit more, kalau terentak apa semua dia hilang. Okay. So it is prone to tapi dia ada yang SSD tu. The PDF, okay. So you can click the PDF and read the PDF here. So we have the PDF of Fathul Bari of Ibn Rajab Al-Hanbali. Okay. That is one of the sources of finding references. Okay, Maktabah Syamilah. Where else? أين الموضع الآخر للبحث عن المراجع بالعربية؟ التراث. Is that any another application? Because I'm not familiar with Turas. Maktabah Nur. Okay, so Maktabah Nur, that is to download kan? Maktabah Nur you have to download that is PDF. Okay, but the academic database. Okay, academic database, you can go to IIUM library. You'll find some of the databases that IIUM subscribes. They subscribe to these databases, and you can find like Al-Manhal, for instance. Go to IIUM library tu. Ni here online databases and books ni beda. So we have all the database. Kita tengok situ database. I think there is one Al-Manhal e-books. Okay. That is for Arabic references. But sometimes, كما قلت, عندما نبحث عن المراجع والمصادر نحن لا نتقيد بالمراجع العربية. Okay. We shouldn't confine our search to Arabic references, because we are now not in the process of writing. We are in the process of collecting information, collecting data. في جمع المعلومات فنجمع المعلومات من المصادر والمراجع العربية أو الإنجليزية أو الماليزية، أو إذا أتقنتم لغات أخرى لا أدري أردية، الصينية أو ما إلى ذلك، فتتبعون المعلومات من مصادر مختلفة، ثم في الكتابة تكتب باللغة المطلوبة. إذا كان المحاضر يطلب منك اللغة العربية فتكتب بالعربية، إذا كان يطلب منك الإنجليزية فتكتب بالإنجليزية. فلا إشكال في المصادر المراجع بأي لغة كانت المصادر المراجع. You have Al-Manhal here, but another database to search for references is Al-Manzuma. So this Al-Manzuma, mandumah.com. Yes, this is very useful, particularly for academic references. Mandumah.com. Go for Mandumah, then you can go for the database. Bila kita buka sini Mandumah ni,
Lama pula dah sampai dia. Is it? Because I think Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi. هنا قاعدة معلومات الرسائل الجامعية. لما هنا الضغط هنا للدخول إلى القاعدة to access the database. So if you can search for it, then maybe you can bookmark the website, and then you can easily go here and search for any articles or thesis written in Arabic concerning your subject. So what is the mawdu' you want to do? Mawdu' on what? What is your subject of bahth? Bagi satu contoh. Mawdu' al-bahth. Tak dengar. Kuat sikit. الصحابة من هو من الصحابي من؟ نقول مثلا أبو ذر، لكن هذا ليس بحثا هكذا. لو بحثت عن أبو ذر تأتيك نتائج في يعني المقالة أو الرسائل المتعلقة أو في عنوانها أبو ذر، مثلا أبو ذر الهروي سيرة وأثر. هنا الملتقى الدولي الأول، الملتقى means the conference or symposium or colloquium. Then many other Abu Dhar. من رجال الإصلاح Abu Dhar al-Ghifari في مجلة هدى الإسلام. Okay, so you have the many sources on Abu Dhar. مجلة المجمع العلمي. Abu Dhar al-Ghifari وآراؤه الفقهية في العبادات، رسالة ماجستير, master thesis on Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. Then you can find more information like this is in University of Imam Muhammad bin Saud, Riyadh. So this can be helpful for, let's say you want to do literature review. دراسات سابقة. ما هي المقالات والرسائل السابقة التي كتبت في الموضوع. So this is very important in Bahth. We have to know who have written or treated the subject before you. That will show that before you do your research or your assignment, you have done what is required really from the assignment to train you to be familiar with sources. So if you don't include, even though you don't take something from the book or the article, but you don't convey that, when you don't demonstrate that you have gone through the sources, so the examiner or the lecturer will assume that maybe the student didn't really do the assignment. They just write something out of their thinking, or like reading one article on the internet and then just roll again. So in order to demonstrate that you have done a thorough research, sometimes you have to show that there are some works related to this. I have consulted this work. قرأت هذا وهذا وهذا. فالبحث الذي أقدمه وأسلمه لك هي من خلاصة ما فهمته وأخذته من البحوث والدراسات المتعددة. So that they will show that, okay, this has been trained as a researcher. So otherwise, there's no difference between a researcher and a photocopy machine. Or photocopy machine can do the same thing, or AI can do the same thing. But when you combine data from various sources, it will be reflected in your assignment, and the lecturer or the staff with his experience can see to what extent the student has done the research. So that is how you go for a higher mark in assignment. So we have some kena do tawaf lah. Tawaf in the databases. even talk with colleagues, with friends, tanya ustaz, tanya guru-guru, even tanya dalam AI begitu. So to make sure that you have adequate, sufficient amount of references, other references. I think most of the asatizah will not ask for like 100 references, kan? Ada. That is for master, macam tu kan? For me personally, my classes, 3 references, 5 references. Even 5 references, sometimes the student didn't include any of the references. So, I'm not sure whether you did your research or not. That will somehow convey the impression that the student didn't do the assignment since the beginning of the day of assigning. Okay. So maybe he did it like 2 days before the submission date. Then he didn't manage to find all the references, he just include whatever that he can write and then put one reference. So that will reduce marks here and there. Marks in terms of formatting, marks in terms of an argument, munaqashah, because it will not be as in order. Not have it will not show any flow of idea, flow of argument. And also the number of references, 5 references. I think if you give some time, then you can find it easy, very easy. 5 references. هذا سهل جدا. تبحث عن 5 مراجع، 7 مراجع، 10 مراجع حتى في اسبوع تستطيع ان تبحث عن مراجع. لان احيانا الموضوعات ليست هي موضوعات في مرحله ماجستير او مرحله دكتوراه، هي موضوعات لتدريب الطلبه على البحث وعلى ايش نقول التعرف على المصادر والمراجع. Okay. So at this level, references, is there anything that you would like to ask? Ada apa nak tanya? Okay, references ni, sources. Yeah. So with regard to the citation semua, kemudian saya tunjuk. Of course, all of this will require like one semester course kan. Kita compress semua jadi dalam satu pagi. Okay, but let's say siyaghatul bahth, how to phrase the arguments, phrase your text. دكتور أنا لا أتقن العربية كيف أعمل؟ اكتب أولا من قبل نفسك ثم تستعين إما بالأساتذة أو بالإخوة بالأصدقاء. يعني you ask for help for those who are who are better than you in Arabic, or you can ask for help from AI, from Quillbot. Now you have many tools to help you in terms of rectifying or help you in phrasing your arguments. Ili siyaghati an-nusus, how to write. Okay, so you write it from your own self, because if you ask AI from the beginning, it will show differently. Okay. So some of the lecturers sometimes he asks you in class, he asks you, سألك في الفصل ما معنى كذا؟ ما معنى الاقتصاد الإسلامي؟ فأنت تجيب. الاقتصاد الإسلامي هو أمور أشياء تتعلق الناس عمل بيع شراء وهكذا. فهو يعرف مستواك اللغوي من خلال طريقتك في الرد. ثم بعد ذلك في assignment مستوى اللغة يرتقي إلى مرحلة أستاذ كذا, like a professor writing. So he knows at that time that this is not done by the student. Because he is familiar with you during the semester. And then some of the terms used in that assignment, terms which are not used in most of the sources. The AI invented that term. AI اخترع تلك المصطلحات. فعرف ما معنى هذا. هو يعني أستاذ بحاجة إلى البحث عندما يقرأ assignment. يعني الأستاذ الخبير بالموضوع أعطاك عنوان, he gave you the topic, you did an assignment, and the result of your assignment, the Ustad need to do another assignment to understand your assignment. So he says that, whoa, this is a very high level assignment. He knows immediately that this is not done by the student, because he himself now required to do assignment, to do searching. What is meant by this? Okay, so you may say that, okay, some ustaz did the read. No, some ustaz they go through, or some of them they will scan through the assignment. They look at the part which are really interesting, really strong, that represent the idea of the student. Then they focus on that part. Or some just randomly they take, I did this sometimes. Randomly, I take some of the paragraph, put it on internet, just go Google search. And I find that this is the exact copy of another website on the internet. Okay, so if that happens, the lecturer or the ustad deserve to give nothing, to give zero, because it is based on sole plagiarism. Okay, so it is known as sarqah al-almiyah, mencuri akademik, pencuri akademik. So it deserves to not give any mark. So, and it actually can be reported, okay, but because some, the occurrence are quite common in the previous semesters, then okay, we try to reduce it, try to make it like not a common thing to copy and paste from the internet. Don't do that. لا تنسخ هكذا. فأحيانا نعمل هكذا عشوائيا, randomly. We just take a فقرة, take 2 or 3 sentences, put it on Google. That is it. There is another way to upload all the papers into a software known as Turnitin. That software is to check for plagiarism. It can give all the report. So for master level, PhD level, when the student completed the thesis, عندما تم انتهى من الكتابة, نحن نضع رسالته في ترنيتين. هذا البرنامج يعطي لك كم نسبة الباحث أخذ من الآخرين من الاقتباسات. So the nisbah should not exceed, for instance, 30% or 20%. So sometimes you cannot avoid, but you take the words of Shafi'i, you take the words of al-Baghdadi, you take the words of Ibn Hajar. So there would be a percentage of similarity, nisbah at-tashabuh, percentage of similarity. But if it exceeds, it means like the work is merely copy and paste. There is no analysis. Okay. فالصياغة تحتاج إلى analysis. فنقول هنا المناقشة، مناقشة الموضوع، الطريقة من أسهل الطرق أن تضع هكذا نقطة وشرح نقطة ومثال. This is like the secondary school with the essay. Okay, point, elaboration, example. Do it like that for your assignment. If you couldn't find of a way to creatively express the idea, then just do according to that arrangement or that order. Okay, so we have like how many paragraph? Every paragraph for 1 point. Okay, كل فقرة يتعامل مع نقطة واحدة. Okay, 1 point. Then elaboration of that point, then the example. Okay, so that's how you arrange the content of the assignment, siyarah and munaqashah. إذا كان هناك اختلاف بين العلماء في الموضوع, okay, how do you express or how do you convey the ikhtilaf? How do you write about the ikhtilaf? We have to make sure that when you cite, if you cite more than 5 or 6, then you have to refer to their books. If you say هذه المسألة اختلف فيها الناس فقال الشافعي وأبو ثور والليث, then you have to refer, where did you get the opinion of Shafi'i? Where did you get the opinion of Abu Thawr? Where did you get the opinion of Thawri, for instance? So the more you mention the names, the more references you need in order to verify the citation. So another way is just to go for the mu'asir, a person who like concluded everything, put it in place. ذكر مثلا محمد الزحيلي بأن العلماء اختلفوا في هذا على كذا, ف citation to Muhammad Zuhaili. So you leave the responsibility to Muhammad Zuhaili. At the undergraduate level, this is acceptable. but the master PhD, no. Okay, you cannot refer to secondary sources unless there is a significant to refer to secondary sources. You have to go to the primary, the original source. إلى المصادر الأصلية. فإذا كان أنت تريد أن تنقل الاختلافات يعني في هذه المرحلة لا بأس بنقل الاختلافات أو الآراء أو نقل خلاصة النقاش من كتاب معاصر أو من كتاب أو مرجع ثانوي secondary source. What else? Anything about the content and sirah? Okay. كيف يعني تستعين بChat GPT لإعادة الصياغة؟ If you want to ask Chat GPT to rephrase your sentences, how do you do? What is the problem? كيف تعملون? Huh? How did you do? You didn't use Chat GPT before? It can be a helpful tool, but it depends on the purpose lah. On the also what is required from you. For instance, if you want to publish in journals, they don't accept like paraphrasing by ChatGPT. Okay, you have to do it yourself. But بالعربية إذا أردت مثلا نحن نقول bagi satu ayat bahasa Melayu. Cerita-cerita apa pun lah yang agak-agak ilmiah sikit. Cuba. Projek apa? Atau kita cerita tentang program hari ini lah. Program hari ini, okay. Bengkel berkenaan assignment diadakan di Universiti Islam Malaysia, macam tu kan? Naqul nastakhdim al-Arabiyyah allati laysat yani jaydah. Macam mana nak sebut? Kita buat dengan apa spelling pun salah kan? Warsyah tu kita tak letaklah hamzah dia. Ta dia. Warsyah fi kita di al-bahs yuqamu fil jami'ah al-islamiyah. Lepas tu dia tersilap letak ta satu, Jami'ah Islami. Apa lagi? Wa yatahaddas wa yatakallam. Okay lah, bagi silap tu. Wa yatakallam fihi Ustaz Saini. Okay. هب أو تخيل أن هذه العبارة التي نريد أن نكتبها كتبنا هكذا في البحث. فنريد أن لChat GPT لعمل إعادة الصياغة. ماذا تقول؟ إما أن تقول أعيد الصياغة أو تقول حسن الصياغة. فتقول مثلا حسن الصياغة. تجري جسم لا حسن الصياغة. Tak titik dua, buat macam tu. Baik, kan lain tu ayat dia. Sayuqamu fil Jami'ah Islamiyah warshatun hawla kitabatil bahthi yulqiha al-Ustaz Husaini. Biasa tadi ada banyak salah, sekali dia dah i'adatus siyagah. Okay, paraphrasing. Dia boleh tulis macam tu. Paraphrasing, if you ask from the beginning, okay, عن موضوع تكلم عن موضوع الصيام في الإسلام سنعرف مباشرة أنها من Chat GPT لأنها هناك يعني تنظيم خاص لChat GPT AI. لكن إذا كتبت من نفسك، أنت عملت البحث من نفسك، dah ada dah. Your arrangement of topics, of ideas, of paragraphs, everything. You just go for the chapter to make it, beautify it, okay, make it according to the right grammar. Then it will not add something or it will not change the original composition, but it will just refine here and there. So you can see عيد الصياغة or حسن الصياغة. Okay. There are other paraphrasing tools, but this can be helpful. Okay. And you have also mana dia? Mana? بنك اللغة العربية. طيب هذا بنك اللغة العربية. This is not the bank mata wang. So bank. هذا بنك للأساليب والجمل. مثلا كتابة مقدمة الدراسة. كيف تكتب المقدمة؟ موجود هنا كتابة مقدمة الدراسة، فيعطيك عبارات تمهيدية أو التعبير عن موضوع الدراسة بشكل مباشر. You want to directly speak of the موضوع. عبارات تمهيدية مثلا في ظل التطورات التكنولوجية. In light of the technological advancement, then what تأتي هذه الدراسة للتحقق من محاولات تطوير. This study is the reason for this study. للتحقق. Okay. يحاول هذا البحث. This study attempts or this research attempts to what? وهناك الكثير. التعبير عن موضوع الدراسة. يتناول هذا البحث كذا. ويتناول هذا البحث موضوع شرح موضوع تفسير القرآن عند القرطبي. يتناول هذا البحث فقه الزكاة. يتناول هذا البحث أركان التوحيد مثلا، إذا كان موضوعك هكذا. فهذه أساليب متنوعة، تختار أي من هذه الأساليب في التعبير عن الموضوع. وعندك أيضا إذا تحتاج إلى التعريف بالمصطلحات، مصطلح كذا يعني كذا، ليس دائما الحج لغة القصد هكذا فقط، تتنوع أحيانا. قال مثلا إذا نظرنا في معاجم لغوية كلمة حاج تعني كذا، فيكون هناك نوع من التعبير الأكاديمي. ففي بعض الأبحاث أو تعليمات الأبحاث assignment protocols, some of the lecturers will include in the rubric the academic expression or academic style for the language. So they will give like maybe like 8 marks for the language, for the academic style, because they don't want you to just write like terus hiwar or like dialogue or borak-borak kedai kopi macam tu. So you have to use the academic expression. So that this is where we can learn the academic expression. The academic expression sometimes require you to be to familiarize yourself over years, and it's not like you can write just by sitting the day one. You can just write everything completely finished. That will take from you like 4, 5, 6 years before you can write like spontaneously using academic expression. So this is part of the training, how to write. Why we have to follow academic expression, so that people can understand us. So that is why I said the maqasid al-bahs al-ilmi, number 2 is tawsil al-haq, menyampaikan kebenaran, menyampaikan al-haq, to convey al-khitab. Al-khitab هذا ليس لمسلم فقط، الخطاب هذا للجميع. نحن أمة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم محمد أرسل رحمة للعالمين. So we have to convey the message to the whole universe. Okay, so we have to master the language that we can speak to convey the message to the whole universe, not only to our friends or Malaysians, to Muslims. Okay, so the academic language somehow has been developed to make sure that those who participate in the academia can understand each other, use the right language, and also the etiquette, decorum, adab, semua yang dah dibangunkan secara bertahun-tahun dalam akademik. Okay. So صياغة البحث هذه من الوسائل التي تساعدنا في صياغة البحث العلمي أو صياغة الكلمات النصوص أو العبارات. Any question on this? صياغة. Munaqashah pun sekali lah. Okay. Formatting. Because there are many things related to formatting. But because sometimes it is up to the personal preferences. So just touch on some of the important things. First, assignment cover. Okay. It's not necessary to everyone. Not all lecturers will request for assignment cover. So if you are not requested, then it's not necessary to include assignment cover, especially if it is a printed assignment. Because some of the lecturers, they don't want to waste paper. The more trees you cut, wasting papers. So just reduce the use of paper. No need for the cover just to make the shi'ar logo and everything. Yeah? It's just the first page, like an article, the title, your name, and your metric number. It is very, very important to always include your name and metric number in everything, including the file name. File name is the most important thing. To have your metric number. Because file name can be like repeated many times, and then the lecturer can forget the bahasa. Lose your assignment. So that is related to assignment topic. Now, the first paragraph. Do we need to say that this assignment البحث عملته بإشراف الأستاذ فلان فلان؟ أحيانا بعض الطلبة هم قلدوا رسالة الماجستير أو الدكتوراه. ماجستير أو الدكتوراه نعم الأستاذ أشرف على كتابة الرسالة، لكن البحث في المرحلة الجامعية الأستاذ لم يشرف. He didn't supervise you in preparing that assignment. So you said in the paragraph, this is by the supervision of it's not true. So sometimes it is directly, you go immediately to the topic. No need for that. Terima kasih Ustaz telah banyak berjasa. Depends on the lecturer. Some lecturers, he requested that, and for me personally, I will not ask for it. So that you go immediately to the topic. Okay. Or sabab ikhtiyar mawdu', sometimes this is not required. This is bahas ini adalah bahagian, this is part of the requirement for this subject, and I did this assignment in order to benefit my friends and the ummah. So, your friends, although it's part of the training, but sometimes it's just like, yeah. In the assessment protocol, to follow a certain method, and then you have to put the acknowledgement. So that is personal preferences. It depends on the lecturer. It's not like one lecturer has like the same scheme and the same standard for everyone. Of unlimited tawsir. So most of the time, في الغالب في هذا في الأبحاث العربية، لأن في الغالب في الأبحاث العربية نستخدم footnotes. We use هوامش footnotes. Other citation style, they do not use footnotes. For example, APA did not use footnotes. So Chicago Manual of Style, you can go for quick citation. So Chicago Manual of Style, it has two styles as well. Okay. Notes and bibliography, author date style. So we use notes and bibliography because we have footnotes. Okay. Author date ni dia dalam tu dia yaqulu fulan dalam kurungan tarikh an-nashr. In bracket tarikh an-nashr. فهذا لا نستخدمه غالبا في الأبحاث العربية. نستخدم الهوامش وقائمة المراجع في نهاية البحث. So he will mention how do you cite book or website. Okay. For book, for instance, here he notes inside the text and in footnotes. Okay. So Charles Yu interior and the details of publication. So the date at the end, not after the name. That is American Psychological Association, APA style. So we have to remember that in many of the abhas in Arabic, we use Chicago Manual of Style, not APA. So, and it will say this is in the notes, in the footnotes, and this is at the end of the research. Okay? At the end of the chapter, you have bibliography, Qa'imah al-Maraja', or you point to include at the end, Qa'imah al-Maraja', this is how you cite it. Okay? So this is italic, the dot. Okay? This is now without the information concerning the details of publication, not inside the bracket. This is inside the bracket. So there is a difference between footnotes and Qa'imatu al-Maraja'. But how do we do this? Now we have to study a little bit on Chicago Manual of Style. There are some like citation generator on the internet. You can use citation generator. And you can ask also, how do I use Chicago Manual of Style in Arabic? But I will show a little bit of how to use software like Zotero in this evening session, when we look at how to use Microsoft Word and how to include citation in Microsoft Word, making it automatically list, making all the references automatically list. That will be in the session on Microsoft Word. But as far as the formatting for assignment is concerned, so we have to make sure that we use the right citation style. But sometimes some of the lecturers they say, no, I want you to use APA. Or if he stipulated, if he stipulates what citation style that you have to use, then you use the way. We can benefit from, and then maybe the question, the main question at the end and at the beginning, then the answer will be in the khulasa, the answer to the whole discussion. Or you can maybe summarize, but try to bring something new with the summary. And for some lecturers, they will ask also for iqtirahat, or maybe like suggestion, proposal for future endeavors in the subject, in the topic, what you can do with regard to the topic. So then you have to be sure to be aware of what are the requirements of khulasa according to personal lecturer, according to individual lecturer, the preference of the lecturer. Okay. I think that's all with regard to assignment. هذه كلها ما تتعلق بكتابة البحث، وإن كانت هذه تحتاج إلى فصل واحد لكي نتحدث عن التفاصيل المتعلقة، لكن باختصار هذه أمور مهمة لا بد من مراعاتها، لا بد من الاهتمام بها في إعداد البحث وتسليم البحث. طيب، هل هناك سؤال أو سؤالان قبل أن نختم أو نستريح؟ Okay. So, yeah.
For writing assignment,
Hmm. Hmm.
So how can we structure our writing so it's not going to be quality throughout the question?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, plagiarize. Okay. No. هذا الذي نحتاج إلى في الغالب نحتاج إلى أن نقول نعطي بخلاصة الأفكار بدلا من اقتباس. الاقتباس لا نعمل لا نذهب إلى الاقتباس إلا في حالة الحاجة الشديدة للاقتباس. إذا كان مثلا هذا الكلام مجرد لبيان الجواز أو لبيان المنع فلا لا يحتاج إلى اقتباس من قول عالم. لكن إذا كان هناك نقطة, there's a very significant word, very significant phrase in the statement of that scholar, then you need a citation. Otherwise, to the quotation. Otherwise, we don't go for quotes. If we can paraphrase, we can convey the idea without quoting. Unless hadith. But in some of the articles, sometimes you even paraphrase. You don't quote the hadith. The Prophet asked us or commanded us to do this. Just paraphrase the meaning of the hadith. So that is one way to reduce similarity percentage. Yeah. But of course, there is there's a certain technique to do better things. But with time, with experience, we know how to whilst avoiding plagiarism, avoiding too many quotes in the sentence. هناك سؤال آخر؟ Yeah. Everything is clear? Now.
So for example, for example, since like in self-pad, doing Arabic, language with Korean as far as quality. So sometimes, like writing assignments could be like a little bit tricky to pursue developing our Arabic. So is there any advice maybe that you can assign while we're still like
learning?
Arabic?
Yeah, I understand that. So that is, I think, for the lecturers is to consider the level first on the part of the lecturer. He needs to ask for the level of, very high level of Arabic. Sometimes he just try to understand what the student is trying to convey. So, but I have also talked about how do you improve experience or phrasing. So you can ask help now. Previously it was very difficult, but now we have some tools, some software to help you in phrasing, to help. And it's not only for assignment. Sometimes you just use it for make it like a game or everyday game. You wake up from the morning. Today I want to speak on something. Speak it in Arabic and say to ChatGPT, حسن الصياغة. Hide the صياغة. You look at how the صياغة done by ChatGPT, is different from your own صياغة. You compare it, then you learn something that day. Previously, you have to find a colleague or friend from maybe a native speaker to have conversation. No, we can do it even on your bed. Okay. There's no reason, no excuse to not master the language. You have all the tools. It's just discipline and the perseverance and creativity. So now, even not using the whole browser, can have like the ChatGPT as an app in your device, and even you can talk to ChatGPT. Too lazy to type, you can just talk, and then he put it in writing, and he respond to it. So speak to the AI on text. For instance, with your name is what? Muhammad Aiman. Hi, ChatGPT. Do you know who is Muhammad Aiman? هل تعرف من هو محمد أيمن؟ So make it interesting. And then learn language from that. So I think there are certain things on the part of the lecturer to consider the level. Second thing is our strategy to master the Arabic. I have given some tools that can help you. I think that the next session in تقديم نتحدث أكثر عن كيف نرقي مستوى اللغة العربية في الجلسة المتعلقة بالتقديم. I think بعد macam كده. I think after 10 minutes or 15 minutes نراكم إن شاء الله. نستريح قليلا.
Thank you, Dr. Khairul Hussaini, for your wonderful explanation just now. أصدقائي الأعزاء، بناء على ما قد ناقشنا من قبل مع الدكتور، هل أنتم تفهمون كلها جيدا؟ إن شاء الله أرجو أن نتمكن من فهم كل شيء بشكل جيد إن شاء الله. Dear brothers and sisters, before we proceed to the next class, we will take a short break in 10 minutes to recharge ourselves for the next class. Thank you, and you may take your break.
Salam, tafadhal. Alhamdulillah.
Hari
Waalaikumsalam.
Jumaat depan tu kan?
Apa tu?
Dia kata tak free lah.
Dia kata,
So, FYP.
oh ya, ha. Jumaat ke?
Maka
Kan?
Khamis.
Khamis kot. Sekejap, saya nak kena check balik. Khamis tu berapa bulan?
Khamis kot. Khamis kalau minggu depan.
Bukan. Jumaat 25 kan? Khamis 24. Okay. Itu saya cakap Khamis pukul berapa?
Oh, yang tu saya kena tanya pada Dr. Mula-mula saya kata Jumaat ni kan? Hari ni kan?
Saya tanya atau minggu depan saya tanya. Tapi kalau lah Jumaat ni ada, patutnya hari ni ada program ni. Lepas tu Khamis ni saya ingat nak buat petang lah. Kalau yang lain ada kelas pagi. Tapi sekarang ni pukul 2-3 tu ada visit daripada Indonesia, jurnal ke department. Tapi saya tak boleh nak tangguh apa FYP ni, takut lambat. Apa dia? Oh, biasanya kalau kita ambil maklumat daripada reference, kita kena bagi tahu kita ambil daripada reference mana. So kita kena letak dalam footnotes. Footnote bukan macam apa catatan kaki sahaja, tapi dia, asal footnote ialah untuk pengesahan sumber. Kita ambil dari mana. Then apa, kadang-kadang kalau kita buat ayat tapi ayat tu perlukan lagi huraian, kita boleh guna footnote juga, tapi kat situ tak perlu letak references. Okay. Ya?
Hari Khamis tu berapa?
Saya cuba kami depan lah. Kalau tak ni pun kita mungkin ajak ke asar lah ni. Kalau rumah jurnal tu lawatan dia lepas Johor.
Jadi sebenarnya sekarang
Ya.
saya tak ikutkan itu.
Tak apa. Ada air minum? Ya. Oh, dia. Sebab dia kena maktabah yang langgan semua tu kena bayar. Kalau UIA tak bayar, kita tak boleh buka. Kena berlangganan. So ada setengah tu dia cuma letak, dia bagi tahu ada PDF tapi kita tak boleh, memang tak boleh akses lah PDF tu. Bukan semua ada yang dapat, ada tak dapat. Dia bergantung kepada, sebab manzumah ni dia cuma macam platform yang pengkalan data. Dia ambil data dia tu daripada website-website yang pelbagai, jurnal yang pelbagai. Contohnya ada jurnal dia open access. So bila manzumah masukkan maklumat dia, kita tetap boleh akses sebab jurnal asal tu dah open access lah. Manzumah ni hanya macam dia macam pekalan data. Dia bagi tahu dia dekat sini, majalah sana.
Lepas tu yang Maktabah Syamilah tadi tu Ustaz kata yang tak berapa, tak boleh nak tu sangat sebab
Biasa.
surat gitu.
Dia biasanya kalau dalam Maktabah Syamilah macam mana tunjuk. Kat bawah ni ada number ni kan. Number volume dan number page. Kadang-kadang ni tak betul. Bawah ni. Kadang-kadang selalunya tak betul. So kita dapat maklumat sini tapi dalam kitab yang sebenar bukan pada muka surat ni.
Ni boleh juga kalau kita cari pada Maktabah Syamilah, pasti kita
kena rujuk asal. Rujuk kita asal. Sebab tu saya kata kena rujuk kita asal dan tak boleh dalam citation kita letak tajuk lepas tu dia punya maklumat penerbitan Maktabah Syamilah. Tu tak boleh lah. Sebab Maktabah Syamilah tu bukan kita asal. Dia cuma platformnya. Sama. Salam. Nah, كيف حالك؟
I'm a student.
Ya, saya dah tatbiq. InsyaAllah.
We use this site for one ayat we can get our tafsir.
Ya, tafsir. But I'm not sure if this because there are many websites, so we're not sure whether the tafsir may be like the right tafsir, but the volume and page is according to the original one or not. So if let's say that the publisher or your lecturer or university and I said that you cannot use online references. Okay, so the paging number here cannot be used. We have to refer to the original tafsir.
So when we give the footnotes, we'll have to give the page numbers.
Page number of the original, the physical one. Unless the university said that online can be used. Okay, so no problem. But I think at the moment most of say will not allow using the online referring number because the online can be manipulated.
Yeah.
Can be edited because we don't really know which one is better. Although logically we'll say that it's the same tafsir Tabari. So we now in the new era. Why don't we just avoid the number of page? So maybe I'm not sure. Maybe like 5 years ahead in the future, 6 years in the future, academia will change and say that just use any tafsir Tabari wherever. Then that because the thesis can be also checked by AI. So at the moment still there are like standards which are fixed for the academia. Thank you. Salam ya.
Kalau sebenarnya yang saya tu, version berapa?
Lama tu.
Saya dah.
You can download yang Syamilah yang lama tu tapi tak samalah dengan susunan saya ni. Yang saya ni memang private saya punya. Saya buat sendiri Maktabah Syamilah saya. Tapi kalau yang terkini saya tengok yang ni kot. Syamilah 4.0 ni. Sekejap, dia boleh buka sendiri. Slow juga Ini sebab lain ke tapi laptop saya ni.
Kalau selain
ni.
ada lagi ke apps yang sesuai untuk pelajar ni?
Kakak ni yang paling lengkap Syamilah, tapi kalau untuk hadis ada yang khas ke, tafsir ada khas ke. Tafsir ada satu apps yang khas, hadis ada Jawami' al-Kalim. Tapi kalau nak apa, nak bincang yang ni semua dia cukup saya sini. Kalau nak tunjuk kan salah satu function dia kena khas yang tentang app sahaja. Syamilah saja pun kalau kita nak explore function dia mungkin 2 jam 3 jam baru kita boleh tengok macam mana nak susun Syamilah, nak guna Syamilah, nak manfaatkan teknik untuk mencari Syamilah kan. Perlukan satu session lain lah. Itu sebab saya kata kalau nak susun ni semua dia makan 1 semester lah. Tapi saya boleh tunjuk sikit-sikit lah kan. So most of the time you can explore by yourself. Boleh tengok kat YouTube how to ataupun boleh tulis di internet kan, kaifa naf'al kadha fi Syamilah, atau Syamilah. Kadang-kadang ada jawapan ni. Ni kenapa dia tak buka lagi yang ni? Sebab mungkin saya tak install kat sini kot Syamilah. Yang ni Syamilah yang lagi besar.
Lagi besar maksudnya?
Dia yang baru lagi. Okey, masih. Saya tengok Syamilah.
Version yang 4.0.
Version tak dia version dia panggil Al-Iksir. Ya. Ni. Yang ni nak dia lain sikit daripada yang saya punya tu. Dia punya cara susun pun lain dalam ni. Cara dia lain.
Dan ni pun PDF juga.
Yang ni ada juga PDF. Tapi kena tahulah kat mana dia. Yang ni rasanya dia kena yang versi yang dekat saya ni dia kena download sendiri PDF tu masukkan.
Okay. Yang satu tu dia dah.
Saya rasa ada yang tu pun saya download sendiri juga banyaknya. Dia ada yang ada dan ada yang saya kena masukkan sendiri PDF tu. Saya download daripada internet, betul saya linkkan dia dengan PDF tu. Saya rasa ada satu Syamilah yang ada, saya tak salah saya yang Elixir tu. Ya. Elixir ni ni yang Elixir tu. Yang ni yang dia dah ada PDF banyak ah. Ya Elixir ni mungkin saya boleh bagi, saya tak tahu dia punya size banyak mana, tapi kena ada berapa giga Elixir ni, Elixir Syamilah. Ni size dia. Kalau ada macam pendrive ke apa yang boleh ambil 48 giga ni, tapi makan masa dia nak kan kopi kan. Mungkin komiti ke apa, kalau komiti mana ada ambil sama ada boleh download atau ambil daripada saya, lepas tu minta dia orang distribute nak tebal yang set ni. Jadi 48. Kalau buat sekarang makan masa lah kan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respected guests, we will continue our workshop. Now let me invite our respected speaker, Dr. Khairul Hussaini bin Jamil, to start the second slot for Takdim workshop. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. حتى ننتظر البقية إذا كانوا في الخارج فنبدأ قليلا أو نتحدث قليلا عن مكتبات الشاملة. عندنا أنواع إصدارات versions of شاملة. So I have here this is my own شاملة. For my own شاملة I have my own arrangement kat sini. Syuruh apa semua tu. Usually the Shamilah doesn't arrange kutub syuruh ni in this kind of arrangement. Letak semua sekali all in kutub syuruh. أنا وضعتها كذا شروح الكتب 6 شروح موطأ شرح مسند أحمد عملت تصنيفات. I made categories so that to ease me in arriving assessing the references. So there was a question on the numbering page, why we shouldn't refer to Shamila in terms of volume and page number, because most of the time the previous or the older Shamila, let's say this one, okay? I'm not sure this is the okay, let's say this one. غريب الحديث لابن سلام ابن عبيد مقاسم سلام. So you can see here volume number 2 الجزء الثاني صفحة الأولى. وإذا فتحنا هنا so this we have like 6 volumes. In the Shamila you have only 4. So sometimes it is not according to the edition of that book. طبعا الكتاب العربي أو الكتب العربية غالبا هناك مطبعات كثيرة أو طبعات كثيرة. Okay, so one kitab can be many publishers. Okay, so you can have like Musnad Ahmad, Muassasah Risalah. Musnad Ahmad printed by Darul Hadith. Musnad Ahmad printed by Darul Kutub Al-Ilmiyah. So all this Musnad will have different page numbers, different volume. So the same hadith can be found on different page in Muassasah Risalah, and different page number in Darul Hadith, and different page number on in the version of Darul Kutub Al-Ilmiyah. So that is why when it comes to citation references, you have to mention who is the publisher. Darul Muassasah Risalah, Darul Kutub Al-Ilmiyah, or Darul Hadith, if you are referring to Musnad Ahmad. The same for any other books, Riyadhus Salihin. Riyadhus Salihin lagi lah. Many publishers. Darul Salam, Darul Fath, macam-macam. And then macam Arba'in Nawawiyah lagi lah. So we have to mention who is the publisher. And previously, we have to mention as well the publisher in which country or which state. So kat situ kata Beirut, double dot tu untuk titik tindih tu menunjukkan dia merangkumi. So it's exhausted, or the coming information is located inside what is before that, the double dots. فلذلك عند البعض لم يكتبوا جيم مثلا جيم واحد صاد اثنين الجزء الأول صفحة اثنين الصفحة الثانية، لكن كتبوا في بعض الرسائل تجدون كتبوا هكذا واحد نقطة اثنين، معنى هذا الاثنين داخل الجزء الأول. So double dot means it macam contains, dia mengandungi yang datang sepatutnya. So Beirut mengandungi Muassasah Risalah. So Beirut double dot Muassasah Risalah, koma fasilah sanat al-nashr atau sanat al-tiba'ah. متى نشر في المراجع العربية غالبا كتبوا السنوات الهجرية، لكن في الأبحاث العلمية نحول هذه السنوات إلى سنوات ميلادية. So we change it, convert it to Gregorian year. Because of what? There is a reason behind that. Not because of this is Hijri Islamic, not because of that. Because of the automatic citation generator. There is another story lah behind that. That will bring us to another one session on that part only. But you can include the place of publication, the publisher, and the year of publication. Okay. لذلك نحن قلنا الترقيم في المكتبة الشاملة أحيانا لم يتفق مع الترقيم في المطبوع. It does not correspond to the page number in the printed edition. So if you submit the article, the assignment to someone, and he wants to verify your information, he will never find the source where you get the information from, because you are referring to a number that he cannot find the number. Or you ask him to read the whole book again. It's like I have read the whole book in order to find this information. So if you want to verify my information, you have to read the whole book. So macam balas dendam lah. So to make it, writing is part of making it easier for people to access, to arrive at your idea. فلذلك قلنا أن المعلومات متعلقة بالأجزاء والأرقام هي لابد أن ننتبه إليها. ليس فقط للشاملة. There are books available online, but they are not PDF or printed version. They are not copy of printed version. They are editable online book, meaning that someone can come to the website and manipulate or edit the content of the book. So that sort of that type of works in the online ebook, at the moment the academia does not recognize that type of work. Although you may say Tafsir al-Tabari in Shamilah, in printed book, online version, editable online version, they are all the same Tafsir al-Tabari. So if you want to verify the information, just do a search and you'll find the same information. Kan? Apa nak susah-susah hanya dengan page number apa semua tu. But at the moment, academia doesn't recognize that because of the possibility of the online version to be edited. So we cannot arrive at the same place where you get the information from. So why we have to do the references? Part of being honest, part of recognizing the right of others. Okay. Sometimes some of the information with an idea of a person. So if you take an idea from a person, you have to acknowledge to the part of amanah in Islam. You have to acknowledge if you take any idea from someone else. Even the hadith, kan, dia punya tradition, in order to make sure that the hadith is the right word of the Prophet, we have to refer to the sanad. The whole tradition of sanad is a reflection of honesty and responsibility and authenticity in Islamic intellectual tradition. So the whole sanad system. So even citation system ni pun ada kena-mengena mungkin sejarahnya dengan sanad system. So that is why when we took something from others, quote or editing information, we have to give citation references. So this Syamilah, and we have the, I think this one is the Syamilah 4.0 lah, dia punya layout dia dah tak sama, Syamilah 4.0 dekat sini. So I think Syamilah 4.0 ni dia ada tasnif dia kat sini dan dia lebih macam ni lah, dia lain sikit. This is the latest version kot, I'm not sure. And then there is another Syamilah. Syamilah dia panggil, sebenarnya patutnya saya tukar dia punya background ni supaya tak keliru. But this is panggil Maktabah Al-Iksir Syamilah. Al-Iksir dia yang besar lah, dia masukkan I think all the dia ada banyak macam-macam sini. Dia ada kutub Syiah, kutub Az-Zaidiyah, kutub Al-Awhadiyah, kutub Ahlus Sunnah, kutub Al-Ash'ariyah, kutub Ibadiyah. Yang ini dia pelik sikit lah sebab dia buat Ahlus Sunnah satu grup, Ash'ariyah satu grup lain dah betul. Kutub Sufiyah, kutub Firak lain, kutub Ilmiyah, dia masuk semua bidang-bidang yang bukan hanya ma'arifil wahyi sahaja. Dia masuk apa ilmu perang, parapsikologi, communication, semua masuk lah. So ini Syamilah yang lebih luas lah, iksir Syamilah. Syamilah yang lebih general, not limited to ma'arifil wahyi. Syamilah yang dulu tu Maktabah Al-Iksir. So sebab Syamilah is like a platform, open source platform. So you can use the platform, you can remove all the books and make your own maktabah. Just download the .bok punya file, masukkan file, masuk. So you have your own maktabah, and then you can link the .bok file with the PDF that you download from the internet. So that part will require another session lah, untuk part workshop untuk Syamilah dan how to manipulate Syamilah saja. Itu panjang cerita dia. But that is to say that Syamilah is an open source platform. It is only a platform, so we cannot in citation you can't refer to platform. You have to refer to the source, not to the platform. When you say, okay, this information, qala al-Imam Ibn Shihab al-Zuhri, al-ilmu adabullah. Reference, marja' Maktabah Syamilah. So it will be very vague. And you refer to the platform, not to the source. Platform tu benda berbeza-beza. Orang ni punya Maktabah Syamilah is different from the Maktabah Syamilah of others. The same thing with some of the platform like Bangtoma. They are only like database platform to collect sources from the other websites or other providers. Saya nak kena tu sekejap. Mana Google Meet tadi? Okay, so because it is an open source, we can have Syamilah yang macam-macam lah. Sebab tu if you look at my itu ada Syamilah Syiah, Syamilah Ibadiyah saya ada macam-macam lagi tak masuk kat sini. So if you want to refer to books or kutub of other mazhab, you can have The whole Maktabah Syamilah of Syiah oleh semua buku dia. Beribu-ribu buku yang ada tu. Syiah, beribu-ribu buku Ibadiyah apa boleh. Even if someone even in the Arab speaking Jewish, dia ada kutub apa Yahudi Arabia, dia boleh buat Syamilah untuk Yahudi saja. Yeah, because it is open platform. It depends on the person to arrange and to design his own Syamilah. Okay. الآن نتحدث عن التقديم. Steps. So I had to YouTube. Cuba cari jumpa lah. خط مربع هذا.